China, a country filled with moments and sights you will never forget.
And it is wild.
From the food you eat,
And I think it's actually alive.
to the friends you made, to the unforgettable sights.
I think we've come to the right place.
This trip to China made us question everything we've heard
This is what I wanted to see.
and discover things we've never seen before.
We don't normally eat brain.
This is our journey through China.
Hello and welcome to sunny southern China. We are so excited that we're finally back in China.
We had such an incredible experience the first time that we had to come back.
In our first series,
We started in the modern city of Shanghai. We then got to experience the high-speed train to Beijing, where we saw the Tiananmen Square and got to stand on the Great Wall of China. We then went to China's cyberpunk city, Chongqing.
it blew our minds away
Previously, we were here in the winter months.
and it was freezing cold. Now we are here in full-blown summertime. And let me tell you, it's hot.
I have been outside for 5 minutes. I'm sweating like crazy. It is 35 degrees.
And we are exploring southern China.
Welcome to China.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Bye bye.
Okay.
Thank you. And already we are receiving a warm welcome. This is exactly what I missed about China. So we have decided to start our second journey here in China,
In the sprawling mega city in the south of China, Guangzhou.
which is the capital of Guangdong province.
This city is going to be particularly interesting, I think, because it's where the old China meets the new China. It's so strategically placed right on the Pearl River. It's the busiest port city in the whole of China, which connects China to the rest of the world. Plus, this is the home of Cantonese food. So we're going to have some delicious food today. Let's go into the city and let's explore. We are starting here on the Pearl River, as I said, is one of the most important trade routes in the world. And behind me is one of the most iconic landmarks in Guangzhou, which is the Canton Tower
And it was once the tallest tower in the entire world in 2010,
at 600 meters high.
but then it was soon overtaken by the Tokyo Tower in 2011.
And as you can see, it has a thin hourglass shape sprawling all the way up. It's absolutely beautiful. And you can in fact go all the way to the top and there's an observation deck looking over the city. As you can see around me, it's very green, and Guangzhou is known as the flower city because of the really hot subtropical climate that they have. You will see lots of flowers scattered throughout the city, which makes it this really beautiful and green city.
Can I also just point out how absolutely clean it is here? Look how beautifully shaped these bushes are. The trees are trimmed, the beautiful Canton Tower, the Pearl River. It's absolutely so great to be walking back here in China.
Here you can see all of the shimmering skyscrapers, and this really shows the modern side of Guangzhou.
There's so many beautiful buildings. This one has a random pointy tower on the side, and then in the middle, it's got this giant gaping circular hole in the middle of it. So next to Canton Tower is this giant stadium. So I actually wanted to see what it looks like. It is huge. Look at all of these chairs. So I had a small look around and it said that in 2010 they hosted the Asian Games here. So over there I can see just these kind of old condo apartment style buildings, but just behind you can see all of the new taller skyscrapers surrounding this stadium.
Since it's so hot, the first thing we need to do is get a drink, and of course in China there are vending machines everywhere. And you know what I love about being in China is you never need to bring a wallet at all. You just bring your phone. And let's see how this works, because there's no way to put cash anywhere. So step one, let's choose our drink. This
Water.
one. Water, because it's boiling.
There we go. A little
There we
QR
go.
code that says Alipay.
So let's scan that. 350 yuan for a drink. Oh,
Oh,
there you go.
there it is.
And it's cold.
Thank goodness.
Absolutely brilliant. Okay, put my money away. Oh wow, this is our video. Oh yes.
Great Wall.
Yes, the Great Wall. Yes, this is on TikTok.
China TikTok.
China TikTok. Okay.
Wow.
So our video is on the Chinese TikTok, and we didn't even know about
Oh,
it.
wow.
YouTuber.
Oh, you like YouTube? Yes.
Wow, thank you.
Thank you for watching. Can we take a photo?
Look at our photo. Okay, thank you.
Thank
Okay,
you so
thank
much.
you.
Nice to meet you. Have a
Nice
good
to
day.
meet you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Oh, so sweet.
So cute.
Bye-bye.
Wow, that
Wow,
was unbelievable.
That made our day. We were literally just walking on the street, going to get a taxi to our first destination of the day. And these guys came up and they've seen our videos.
So right now Dev is ordering a taxi for us, and now most of them are actually electric taxis. So there's an app called DD, which is pretty much like the Uber here in China.
It obviously shows you what the car is, exactly like Uber or Grab would work. So we paid 21 yuan and he is 4 minutes away. There's our taxi. Whoa, balloons!
Oh, look! Whoa! These bicycles and tricycles and motorbikes are so silent. You gotta watch where you're going. Ni hao.
Ni hao.
This is actually our first time taking a DD on the video. We have actually taken it before, but this is so nice, especially like because it's so hot. You actually get a little time to just cool down and you ride in complete silence.
Okay, thank you. So we have arrived at our destination. Hello. Ni hao. You will immediately see that this is very different to where we were just a few minutes ago.
We have come to Beijing Road, which actually looks very similar to Nanjing Road in Shanghai.
What it is just a long pedestrian street, about 1.5 kilometers.
There's so many people here, lots of tourists, lots of food stalls. I think we've come to the right place.
And you could see in that financial district, everything was really spread out. We're here, everything's like all cramped together.
Where are you from?
Welcome to China.
Yeah, welcome. 恭喜入座.
You speak so well.
I 一点点.
A little bit?
A little
Oh, so good. I'm from Nanfei. Yes.
我们是过来放暑假的。
Oh, yes, yes. The weather is really hot. When you travel to countries where English is limited, communication can be quite challenging. That's why we want to thank Time Kettle for sponsoring this video. On our trip to China, we used the T1 Mini, which is a very handy translation device that's easy to use and pocket-sized. We instantly translated from Chinese to English, and it changed the way we traveled completely. It also made us more confident to reach out, have friendly conversations, and ask for directions when we were lost.
Said that they like it really very much, but they don't know how to communicate, which is amazing because we are using this little device and we're having a full conversation.
The T1 Mini has over 36 languages, 88 accents, and 39 languages for photo translation. A huge perk is the offline translation that's highly accurate. You don't need to worry about wasting your phone's data or your phone's battery just purely for translation purposes.
We cannot speak Chinese, but we are very happy to speak with you.
The T1 Mini is so easy to use with just the click of a button, and boom, you're able to converse instantly 24/7.
Thank you for driving us today.
Whether it's emergency support, customs clearance, or just buying train tickets. You get 1 year free global data, and it can be used in remote or popular tourist destinations. In the scenario, we asked how we could pay, what ingredients were in the food, and then had a friendly chat afterwards. The food you make looks very delicious. Thank you for making it for us. 谢谢. We highly recommend the T1 Mini for your next exciting travel adventure. Use our code or click the link in the description to try the T1 Mini now.
This lovely gentleman is saying that we are basically the same people. We can't speak Chinese, they can't speak English, but they're so happy to speak with us and share a different culture, which is amazing, even though we can't actually communicate in the same language.
So there's bicycles, thousands of people crossing, electric scooters.
Okay, we are in the thick of it. We are surrounded by lots of tourists.
And we're right on the crosswalk where everyone is crowding around us.
I think we're actually standing in the middle of the crosswalk, so we might actually be in people's way.
All the buildings are a lot older. I can see there's a McDonald's over there. There's a whole lot of emojis at the top there. That's really cool.
If you think that China has no Western influence, it's everywhere. We've got Starbucks, we've got McDonald's, Mercure, we've got everything that we're comfortable with. So they're not missing out on anything.
And all of these people are just going up and down the street. And because it's weekend, it is very jam-packed. This place is mental.
Yeah, it's insane, but like in the best way. There's so much energy here.
And this street goes all the way over that intersection,
Yeah.
all the way down.
There's more shops.
Giant 3D screen. They got like tea there. No idea what that is. No idea what those shops are. Here they're making more iced tea.
I can smell the most amazing aromas of food.
And I think the whole of Guangzhou has come here. It's absolutely fascinating to be here because it's like organized chaos. There are thousands of people all going in different directions, but yet nobody is bumping into each other, nobody is disrupting each other.
And it's so nice to see like different areas and different sides of China. Plus, in the middle of the road, you've got little pop-up stores as well. This is maybe more of like a tourist hub. So lots and lots of people have come out today.
Look how cool this thing is.
I know. What is that?
Look at this pop-up cart. I don't even know what they're selling. Gift exit. So there's a gift that comes out there and it's all car related. Look at the front of it.
What is going on there? Should we go look?
There's so much going on
Oh my
everywhere.
gosh, and it's packed. Okay, we have to go and see what's going on. Giant waterfall, stalactites, stalagmites,
Like we're in the middle of a cave and then there's the road.
but you can actually walk inside.
Is this just an attraction? What is this?
What? What? Oh my word.
I don't know what it is, but I'm intrigued.
I love it. It's like a 3D, 4D experience because you can have sound, sight, smell, and of course, got a beautiful little picture on the ceiling.
So I want to point out what actually happens on the street. So here is a giant shopping mall. There are loads of local brands and then lots of international as well. Here is a Miniso. I can see a McDonald's in the far distance and a American Tourister that sells bags. There's a Dairy Queen and then there's lots of brands that I've obviously never heard of.
Should we get a lemon tea?
Let's get a lemon tea. We have to try this lemon tea because so many people are in line to try it. The best part is they won't have like a teller or a card machine. There'll just be a QR code somewhere there. So you just scan that and then you'll order while you're standing here and then it'll be ready for you. So I need to find the QR code somewhere. Okay, I think there's one on the wall. Do you think I can scan from here? Oh, I can. That was it.
That was it.
That's how easy it
Okay,
is.
so let's see what we've got
Let's
here.
see.
Ooh, there's so many.
So luckily you can translate all in English. Mulberry, grape, lime, treasure, juicy bayberry lime, watermelon, lychee, pink diamond, joint, wow. So much is happening. What about this mulberry grape? I'm gonna get this one. Most of the apps you can choose how much sugar you want, the sweetness level. Do you want less sugar, no sugar, with ice, without?
They've got a whole bunch of teas, but look at this one. Grape, duck excrement, fragrant iced tea.
I think that's just the translation is not correct, but we're not going to order it. And in China, it's crazy. You don't have to speak to a single person. We scanned the code, we ordered, and then we're just going to take our drink. You don't even need to talk to anybody. But which one is ours?
Hey.
Ooh, look at that. We went to the green store and it's got a crocodile and characters on the side, so I think it's the best one.
I can't wait to try it. Hello, ni hao. Yeah, yes. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So cute and just in time for my mulberry drink. I can't tell you how hot it is here with a complete contrast to when we were here last time in like double layers of jackets. So an iced drink is needed. Oh my word, fresh mulberry on the inside. It's just what I needed because I was so hot and it's so refreshing.
And we have some exciting news. If you want to see some more videos of us here in China, we have a second channel that we've just launched, so you can go and watch more Chef in Depth. Thousands and thousands of people are just arriving. This place is super popular. They've got lots of different types of meat on a stick. But I want to point out this place, which for me is absolutely fascinating. Look at all of this octopus. Just pick what you want. And then this lady grills it here. She puts the oil on top and then she has something to push it down and flatten it. Look how many people are wanting to enjoy this. And you can see how big the stick is that you get. It's huge and it's so heavy. It's absolutely fascinating for us to see that. First of all, how big the stick is. Just that you can pick up your own stick, choose what you want, and then they grill it for you. It's genius.
Everybody is mesmerized by the 3D screen that's behind me. We're very lucky that we get to see this, but everyone else, look over here, is like totally fascinated. And it's really cool because we're getting to meet so many amazing locals here. We're just going to enjoy the evening here, and then we're going to go and head to eat some amazing street food and then end the night with something very spectacular.
We've seen this, and there's not a lot of people here, but we want to try this. Can I have one? So it looks like a sausage, but it looks like they put a chili spice on top. They put it in this giant batter of oil, I assume, and this is 13 yuan. And they have different combinations. You could have a sausage with ice cream. You could have a sausage with a drink.
Whoa, he presses it down.
So cool.
It's absolutely impossible to walk past all of these street food stalls and not get something, especially if it's covered in a mala spice. As far as I know, I think this is a sausage. And it was deep fried in the piping hot oil and then covered and dusted in this mala spice. So it is quite hot, but I will give it a bite. Whoa. Spicy, it's crispy, but then it's juicy on the inside. It's absolutely delicious. It's like a deep fried Vienna, if I could put it that way. But I've never had a mala Vienna before. It's actually surprised my taste buds, but in the best way, because it's super spicy and crispy, and it's really hot because it's just come out the deep fry as well. But I give this at least an 8.5 out of 10.
We've now come to a different section, a bit of the older section here in Guangzhou. So you can see some of the buildings are a lot older, and you'll see these old commune style buildings. And the reason we've come to this section is this is the hub of food. This is way more local.
And from the looks of it, it looks super exciting. Like they've got all of these lemon tea shops, and it looks like a vibe. I think we might have come a little bit early, but let's walk further in and let's see what we can find. Ooh, look at this. The space for lemon tea. That looks so good. What does that say? Clausina Lancium lemon tea, purple lychee lemon tea. How good does that sound?
I don't even know what that is, but it sounds refreshing. So all along the street is mostly food. You can see here's a restaurant.
It looks like malatang.
Malatang, you get all your ingredients and then cook it in a pot in the center. I love these local parts of a city. This is where we get to see what the city is really like.
Okay, don't know what this is, but it looks really good. And of course, everywhere we go, we see these power bank stations everywhere. In fact, they're lined up over there, and over here. So you gotta let us know what this is. This actually looks so good. Okay, I'm translating. Oh, you want to take a picture? Yes, let's take a picture. Thank you for taking a picture. Do you want to take a picture here? Both of you? 1, 2, 3, cheese. Thank you so much. Thank you. Nice to meet you. Bye bye. Bye bye. The kids have been so adorable this entire day. They are extremely curious. If they could speak English, they would speak to us non-stop. That's the feeling I have. They are absolutely a dream. They're a delight. And they are so polite. It's actually amazing. Now we're entering like a wholesale fresh fruit and veg market, and it is wild, okay? There's loudspeakers everywhere, a whole bunch of fruit sellers, food stalls. This is what I wanted to see, a completely different side of Guangzhou. And the first thing I see are these giant watermelons. Look how big they are, they're insane.
Those must be 5 kilograms, 10 pounds at least.
Wow, I think that's like a duck.
Duck neck, maybe?
Duck
I can
neck,
see that's a head.
Eggs.
Eggs. Ni hao. Immediately you could see this is a very different vibe to the tourist street we were on earlier, where all of the shops were inside, where this is all on the street.
Yes, fruit
Look at the
stalls, grapes, juice, and there's people chopping up some duck over there. It's slightly overwhelming, but like in the best way, because this is what I came to see. I think there's more down here.
The best part is there are no tourists around here, only local people, and this is a
Just watch where you
walkthrough.
walk, because there's a bike
Oh,
behind
sorry.
you.
This is a walkthrough of people coming home from work. So no tourists around here, people taking photos.
So what have they got here? Giant steam buns. I've never seen those before.
is
They
this?
look like rolls. And obviously the giant like bao pots. I actually don't remember what those were called. This is so cool. Everybody's super friendly here in the South. Like the friendliest people. They are so nice.
So let me give you a layout. Just people walking all the way through from different sides, and just little pop-up street food stands
Chicken food?
all the way along. Here's chicken feet, very popular here in the South.
The best thing for me is like the wafting aroma. Like I can just smell mala, and I can smell like chives and something being grilled, and oh, it's so good.
Ni hao.
Ni hao.
Wow, what is it?
Yeah, it's chicken.
Chicken?
Yeah, like a rotisserie chicken, but it looks like it's seeping with something like sesame seed and some sort of oil.
We've got electric scooters, we've got people on foot, we've got bicycles.
This is what I came for. And you can casually get your hair cut for 20 RMB.
And look at all of these pastries.
Ooh.
Ooh, and here's the egg tart. We had these in Macau. And then as you walk, the street starts to narrow, so it gets more and more tight. So all of the people are now in the middle of the road. It's organized chaos. Ni hao.
Yeah. Okay, let me see what she's saying here. I don't know. So I'm gonna just quickly have a look. If you look over there, it's a flatbread, and they're putting some filling on the inside, and then he's kneading it all the way down, and then she puts it in this. Look at the giant scissors that she's got there. So this is the cauldron. Look at the coals in there. Wow. Sorry, what are the ingredients? Okay, yeah, that one. One. Yeah. 谢谢. One. So I think he's making one right now, just for us. Look at him. He put some water on the dough. He's making it flat, just like that. Wow. Can you see it's actually becoming translucent? That's how thin it is. Oh, there's some sesame seeds on there. Everything is done by hand. I like that. And there he pops it in. Wow.
Just like that.
Just like that.
No
Yeah,
preparation.
And it is hot.
Yeah, it must be so hot in his hand. So let me explain. In this giant barrel, if you look in here, there is a roaring flame at the bottom. So what he has done with his bare hand is stick that right on the inside. The heat coming off here is boiling, and he has stuck it to the sidewall of the inner part of this pot. Everyone in the traffic here is intrigued, just as much as we are.
It's very hot. Okay. You say again? This one? Yes, chili. Yes, we can have some chili. We like spicy. Very good. And it's almost ready. I think it's actually ready right now. Wow.
你们是哪一个国家的？你们是哪一个国家的？
So now she's putting the chilies.
He asked us what country we're from.
Nanfei.
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 我说你们的那个外国葡萄牙的、俄罗斯的，他们都吃。
She says the foreigners love this. The food you make looks very delicious. Thank you for making it for us. 谢谢. So now we've got our flatbread already. It's already made. Now you have to pay.
Do you have Alipay?
8块，
Maybe they only take
在
cash.
这。
Oh, right here. Oh, of course. She's so modern. 8.
好的，谢谢。
Okay.
吃热的，趁热吃，趁热好吃。
Oh, 谢谢, 谢谢. We will eat now. She translated for me and she said it's better to eat this while it's hot. And it is piping hot, so I don't know how I'm going to actually put this in my mouth. Look at my flatbread. Yeah, he says delicious, delicious. Look at this. Doesn't this look absolutely delicious? So I'm going to go eat it right now. Mmm. Mmm. Spicy, crispy. It's got pork filling on the inside. Wow. You gotta try this. It's a serious 10 out of 10. We only paid 8 RMB for this. And she said we gotta eat it while it's hot, so you gotta have a taste. You know what?
You're like part of the shop now.
They were so unbelievably kind to me. Brought out a chair from the back so I can sit here. And now I can just eat my little flatbread, which is so delicious, by the way. I'm living the dream in
You're like a
Guangzhou.
part of this restaurant now. It's obviously like a husband and wife team.
Yeah.
And literally on the street, here's all the people, and you can see it's getting busier and busier.
And look how cool this is on this side. She's actually frying a whole bunch of potatoes. So on this side, it's like the raw, uncooked potatoes. Huh?
She's gonna heat it up, I think.
She's
Oh,
gonna
so sweet.
heat it up for me again. Oh, because she said it was better to eat while it was hot. And then I think I was taking too long. So she put it back in. Like, they're honestly taking care of us so much. Wow. Oh.
I can't tell you the heat that is coming off of this. For them to stand in front of this all day, like it's already hot in Guangzhou, but having this extra heat,
谢谢.
look at this.
Oh, thank you. Oh, she said I have to eat it hot. Honestly, she is like, do not eat this cold. It's so hot. I don't want to disappoint Granny.
So while we're sitting here and having our final bite, I wanted to give you an idea of what's happening. Here's my bread. Here's Shiv. She's now part of this store, I think. And then here they're selling potatoes. And people are just walking along like this lady, just grabbing what they need. We got some fried chicken over here. We got some fries. And look how tiny the store is. It's just as wide as this gentleman. There's only space for one person in there. And we got scooters coming by. And then down here is like an alleyway. Who knows what happens down there? So this guy's gonna go down here. So it's not only the street, but there's side alleys as well. There's a dog, he knows where to go. As far as you can see, there's just people walking all the way up and down. And the buildings almost look like they're towering over the street. It's absolutely fascinating the way the old buildings and these street markets are built all together.
直接过来尝尝，挺好吃的。
Yes, yes, it looks very delicious. Shishi. So I'm gonna say goodbye to my granny.
Your friend?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go.
Is she your grandmother now?
Yeah. Shishi, bye bye.
Bye bye.
See you next time. Bye bye.
明天见。
Shishi, bye bye. Oh, they were so amazing. They were heartwarming, welcoming. They let me sit in front of their stall. How are you doing?
Looking for food.
Oh, what are you gonna eat for dinner?
For dinner is
Corn?
yes.
Nice.
You here?
Yes, we live close by.
How long will you stay here?
In Guangzhou for 1 week, and then we will go to Chengdu.
Oh, Chengdu.
Yes, he says he saw us from YouTube. That's amazing. Thank you for watching our videos.
Saw a lot of your videos.
Thank you so much.
I saw you come to Chongqing.
Yes,
we went to Chongqing.
We love it.
You love
It's
it.
amazing.
It's a mountain city.
Right,
Yes.
the mountain
Yeah,
city.
and mountain magic city.
Magic City.
Magic
Yes.
city.
Yes, exactly.
This is the other side of the Guangzhou. I think it have two sides.
Yeah.
One side is CBD.
Yes.
One side is here, village in the city.
Yes, exactly.
There are many workers.
I like what you said. Guangzhou has two sides. So
Ah.
there's this side and the CBD side. And we want to see all the sides of China. We want to see the
New
modern,
and old.
but also this is so exciting. So we had to come and see.
I can't believe that because very many foreigners who visit the famous site.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
but few
Few.
people come here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Wow,
And
that's
we
amazing.
like this.
We like it.
like
We
it.
like it here. Yeah.
Enjoy your cone.
Cool.
Yes.
And look for another food.
Yes. More food.
It's not enough.
Not enough.
Yes.
This is my phone number.
Your phone number. Okay, I got it.
If you need some people, you can call me.
Thank you so
Yes,
much.
thank you so much. So kind of
sweet.
you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Have a good time.
Have a good
too.
dinner.
Bye-bye.
Bye. That guy was so amazing. First of all, he watches us on YouTube, so that was my day made already. But then he said if we need anything, if we get in trouble or if we need some help, he said we can always call him, and he gave us his phone number. So sweet. So I don't know if you heard what he said, but he said a lot of foreigners don't come here. They only go to the CBD, they only go to the modern places. And he said, you're the first foreigner I see here. And I thought that was really special because we want to see all the sides of
This is
China.
what we like the
This
most.
is what we like. This is where we thrive. We want to see the real stuff.
We've learned from our travels that it's not only about the busy street, the tourist street, and obviously the most iconic sights to see. It's about going to the streets where the people are. And most of the time, that's where the best food is, but also where you get to see what life is like just for people on their daily routine. And this is it.
I didn't want to get knocked by the motorbikes. There's no silence. I can't hear them coming.
You've got to really watch where you're going.
Yeah, and it feels like I'm seeing everything. See you again. Bye.
Enjoy your cone.
He's getting more for dinner.
I hope so.
Yes.
He's going to be starving after that. You can really see that we're in a local area, and a lot of the buildings are really, really old. And they've got these cages on the sides, obviously to protect the windows. You've got all of the electrical lines and telephone lines, and then you've got electric scooters, and it's silent. This mix in China that you get the old buildings, the old hustle and bustle, but then electric vehicles, and you pay by scanning a code. It's mind-blowing.
Look at this. Look how narrow these lines are, and you can't hear any of these
It's silent.
motorcycles.
Completely jam-packed but quiet. Hello.
Hello. Nobody's making a sound except for us.
And everybody just goes around you. No one bumps into each other. The only
Crazy.
problem is we're just going to keep going down the street forever.
You know what? There's too much to see.
It just keeps going. I don't think you'll ever come back.
I know. You are so cute. Bye bye. Look, we're in foot traffic and everyone else is in normal traffic.
Everybody just parks their bikes wherever, and they're
Yeah.
safe. Like, this is crazy for us to see.
So in China, you actually have stores that do not have any staff members at all. It's pretty much like a self-service. As you can see, this is like a hole-in-the-wall store. There's no till, there's no person. It's just a whole bunch of fridges and drinks. And if I look over here, all of the drinks say 5 RMB. So
And it's 24 hours.
and it's 24 hours.
I think
and of
it says 5 here.
I know.
5.
And that's crazy because it can be 24 hours because there's no staff to man the store. So basically it works on an honesty system. So they have some fridges with some drinks inside. So all you have to do is scan the QR code, pay, and then you can take your drink and leave. And then on this side, if you want to pay cash, you just put your money in here and then you take your straw, you take your to-go plastic, and that's it. Which drink are we going to get? They all look so good.
This one caught my eye. This is like a fruity. Oh, there's a lady.
Oh,
Where did she come from?
where did she go?
I like this one. I don't know what it is, but I want it.
Let's get this one. Ooh, it's cold, kind of cold. And then it's got a little ducky face on. So now we're gonna scan the QR code and pay for our drink. I'm gonna put in my 5 RMB. Boom, I've paid. Grab my straw, and I'm actually gonna put my straw in right now. Gonna shake it up a bit. Put my straw in. It's watermelon. Oh, that is so refreshing. How cool is that?
And you just walk out.
I just walk out. I feel kind of weird about it because I know I've paid, but it just feels strange.
You also put in the amount. So if you take 2 drinks, you put 10, but no one's checking on you. That honesty system,
It's wild.
for us, it would never work in our country.
No way.
But I think that shows the honesty here in China. Good drink? I want to try it.
It's delicious. It's so refreshing.
Everything is so convenient. I love being here. Oh, that's good.
Oh, good?
Oh, that's
Have
good.
another sippy. As the sun has set, it is full-blown nightlife here in Guangzhou, and we are loving every second of it. We've got mega malls, we've got old buildings, billboards, and there's so many people here.
Hundreds of thousands of people. Apparently there are 14 million people in
Yeah.
Guangzhou.
Yes.
They're all here.
They're all here.
All these neon lights have come out that you don't see during the day, and of course at night the temperature is a lot cooler,
Yeah.
and I think that's why everybody is here. Our final stop for tonight is this beautiful temple behind us, which is the Defo Temple. I think that's how you pronounce it. What's fascinating about this temple, and the reason why so many people are taking photos of it, is because it's smack bam in the middle of the city center. You can see all of the buildings around, and then this beautiful temple that apparently is about 1,000 years old. We're going to try and go inside and show you what it's like, but I think this overall shows you what Guangzhou is like. We've got the modern side and the old side together. We've now entered the temple, and it's fascinating because it's one of the oldest temples here in Guangzhou.
And you can see lots of people praying. You can actually see candles being lit. I think you can buy a candle.
There's just this piece of serenity and quiet in the middle of the hustle and bustle. Just one street over, there are hundreds, if not thousands of people crowded on the streets.
In conclusion, Guangzhou has completely blown us away. The people have been amazing. There's a diverse culture, thriving economy, amazing food, and I feel like it's got a bit of everything. So it really is a perfect destination for a traveler. Good morning from Guangzhou West Railway Station. Today we are going to be taking our longest cross-country trip through China.
A 10-hour high-speed train for about 1,500 kilometers or 900 miles, which is the longest train journey we have ever taken from Guangzhou all the way towards the center of China to Chengdu.
And I think this is going to be one of our favorite places yet, because we are going to see those fluffy, cute, kind of clumsy animals. You may know which one I'm talking about, the pandas. And we are going to the capital of Sichuan province, so we gotta go and eat some tasty, spicy street food. So I'm really excited for this journey. The only thing is, it's going to take us around 10 hours.
And if we had to drive this, it would take over 16 hours in a car. But this is not an airport. This is a train station.
It's massive. There are so many gates around.
Maybe 20 to 30 different high-speed trains leaving this station today.
There's the B section, there's the A section.
I'm completely blown away every time I come to a train station in China because it's absolutely massive.
It's huge. There are lots and lots and lots of people here today.
This always shows how many people are traveling in China.
And of course, the trains are such an easy and convenient way to travel.
So let me give you a quick layout of what this train station, not airport, looks like. On each side is waiting areas, and they are kiosks, they are shops, so you can buy bags or clothes or snacks for your train ride. For example, here is a Starbucks coffee. I can see up there, there's a Starbucks coffee. On that side, another Starbucks. I think, oh, there's another one just beyond there is another Starbucks. And I think there's another one in the corner. This station is so big that when you arrive, you have to choose which side of the station you want to come to. So I said to our driver, we need to come in on the west side, because if you come on the east side, you're actually too far away from your gate. It's going to take you too long to get to. And this station, besides being absolutely massive, it's got this beautiful glass dome over it. and that's bringing in a lot of natural light. So it's really bright and lots of people are on the move. Everyone's got their bags, families are moving.
I'm so excited that we're finally back at the train station, ready to take another journey here in China. Now, the best part about traveling via train is you don't need to get here 3 hours before. We just got here an hour before. Our train leaves in an hour. We need to find some snacks because our journey is 10 hours long. So we're going to need to keep ourselves entertained somehow. And that's through food.
This is the second time we're taking a high-speed train in China. The first time is when we took one from Shanghai to Beijing, but that was only 4 hours. So to do 10 hours is going to be a completely different experience, but this time we are going first class. So I think it's going to be more comfortable and more relaxing. Are you ready, my girl?
I am ready for our 10-hour journey, but I think we need to find some snacks first, and I need a coffee, like ASAP.
Our train is at 9:20, so we've got about half an hour maybe.
So we better get some snacks quick.
We need a coffee for a 10-hour train journey. We're all excited, but I don't think we realize we're about to go 10 hours on a train.
Okay, so I can see that there are a few kiosks around selling all sorts of snacks and drinks. There's vending machines. There's even massage chairs. Look at the rows and rows of massage chairs. That's crazy. Well, hey, if you get here early and you need something to pass the time. Okay, so we've arrived at the kiosk. Ooh, look at all the snacks.
Bread, pastry, snacks, egg tarts.
Sandwiches, cookies,
muffins.
all
There's
sorts
ice
of
cream.
things. Ice cream. Think that might melt.
Biscuits. Do we want biscuits for the train?
Ooh, cookies. What have we got here? Chicken leg, chicken foot, other kinds of chicken feet here. What is this? That looks like a fish. What I love about traveling here in China is all the unique flavors of Lay's. This says cucumber flavor, and this one says Mexican chicken tomato flavor. So nothing too extreme, but still cool. It's so nice to have a fiance who carries your bags. I don't have to lift a finger. You know what's so great about these is that they're absolutely silent. They don't make a noise.
And they're very easy to wheel.
Look at that. And they look so good as well. We had to match. These are all the massage chairs, and we've got the giant board that says all of the train numbers and the times as well. If you have a lot of time, you can just chill here.
So you can see the size of the waiting area on this side. And then if I switch, it's exactly the same here. And the size of the board showing you all the trains just shows how big the station is. All the restaurants are up there. There's a McDonald's, and up there is a business lounge. But what's crazy for me is all the trains are beneath us.
Okay, we're getting in the lift. 3A. Right, so we need to go and get a coffee because I'm 99% caffeine at this point, so.
And you need to wake up.
And I need to wake up because I'm half asleep.
How big is the station?
It's massive. This is just a train station. It's not even an airport. Plus, we're only on one side. There's a whole other side on that side as well, which is pretty much like a mirror of this side. I actually just can't believe it because everybody looks like little ants.
I remember reading at the Shanghai station that there were 10,000 people at any time on the floor. And from looking at this station here in Guangzhou, I think it's exactly the same, maybe even more. There are probably more people that come through here than an average airport anywhere else in the world. That's how big it is. We got our coffee and we had to quickly rush to get to our train because it takes so long to go through all the checks, and because the train is so long, it takes a while to get through it. So here's our train over here. You ready, girl?
We have just a few minutes to go. I don't know how we do it, but we always leave it to the last minute. But we did get our coffees and our snacks, so now we just need to get on the train.
That platform that we were on was actually the 3rd floor. As I said, all the trains are below us. So right above us right now was that huge waiting area and all the shops and restaurants. The way they've built these stations is mind-blowing. But because we're in first class, we are in the first cart. Does that mean it's this one? Number 1.
Hey,
this is us,
number 1. Let's go.
Put my coffee on here and then you can take that.
Let's go. Okay. Ni hao.
Look how impressive this train is. Okay, and we're on. Perfect. We made it.
We're on the train.
Thank you, 谢谢.
What seat are we?
That's a good question. We are 8D and 8F.
8D and 8F. Okay, we have just made it onto the train and our seats look really, really good. It is now 9:20, so the train doors will close at 9:21 and we will start to make our 10-hour journey. And as far as I know, as usual, they are always on the dot. So we're about to leave in 1 minute. Is that right? So I wanted to just give you a short little rundown of where we're sitting. We're actually in the front of the train. Seats are super comfy, really spacious. They're this like corduroy material. It's very soft. We've got a little cushion. And look at that, 9:21. And we are moving already. That is unbelievable. They're always on the dot. So don't be like us and don't be super last minute, and make sure you get here early. Don't get here 1 minute before.
本次列车全列禁止吸烟，感谢您的配合。前方到站是黔西站。
Look at that, we're on the go. So let me give you a little rundown of my setup. Armrest, and we've got a few buttons and cables here. We've got a port for our headphones, and we've got a recliner, so we can recline when we're ready. But to be honest, look how small I am in this seat. I'm like super tiny. And then we've got a footrest, which is kind of the same similar material as this. We've got a little port down here so we can charge all of our devices. And we've got a lot of room. I'm super comfortable. I think we're going to be okay for 10 hours. We've even got a shade. And we've got 2 little plugs over here. We can rest. Oh, I could rest my umbrella here. Look at that. Now we are sorted for our 10-hour journey. Now that we're on our way, we've been going for about 5 minutes now, and our seats are super comfy. And what was different from last time is we didn't go through these vigorous security checks that we did when we were going to Beijing. So it was just scan the ticket and then we were on the train. So we didn't get our deodorants confiscated this time.
They're very thorough with their security checks.
But it's very, very nice to be here in the summer, because last time when we were on the train, we had double layers on, we were freezing. So this is much more comfortable.
So I've just come between the 2 cars. So on this side is the first class, but then through here is second class. So first class is only 1 cart, and it might be very loud in here, but I wanted to film away from our seat just so I didn't disrupt anybody else.
Okay, I'm gonna take a little walk through second class just to see what it looks like. And I see there's 3 chairs on the right and 2 seats on the left.
Where the first class, the seats are a little bit wider, so you have 2 on the left and 2 on the right. So it's a little bit more spacious, more comfortable. I can see some of these people are actually sitting on the floor, so maybe they're only doing 1 stop on the train. Over here is a water dispenser and a water refill. You can have heat and cold. We have been on the train for about an hour, hour and a half now, and now that we've settled into our seats a little bit, I have a few thoughts between the first class and the second class. The first class seat is slightly wider. You get this pillow, it partially reclines, and you get the footrest. But besides that, there is no difference. In my opinion, I would rather take second class because it's a lot more expensive to take first class.
We paid, I think it's like $132 for the seat, and I'm not noticing a lot of difference or improvement.
And I don't know if the gap in price is worth it. But what's amazing about taking the train always is you get to see the countryside, where if you were flying you don't get to see that. Now that we're going from the south of China towards the center, we're getting lots of mountains, limestone rocks, rice paddies, and we're going through many tunnels. Also, how green China is amazing. When a lot of people think of China, and our thought as well, is you only think of the big cities like Shanghai, Beijing, Guangzhou, where we just were. But so much of China is countryside. It's beautiful. We've got lakes, rivers, mountains. That is the best part about taking the train. Some of the most beautiful train routes in the world are here in China. Look how beautiful this view is. This is China. Most people don't think about this. And you've got all of these limestone cliffs and they've all got beautiful little peaks.
Now that we've been on the train for a little while, I think it's been around 2 hours now. I have to admit that this is one of the older trains, I think. As we started to look around, things look a little bit old, and I think the quality of the train is a lot less maintained, whereas the one before in between two big cities was really spick and span. It was spotless. We actually saw that you could book this train but have a no seat option. So we've actually seen a lot of people sitting on the floor, which is quite sad because this is a very, very long journey.
So we're stopping at all of these stations along the way, probably every half an hour or so. But this station is very interesting because it is completely in the mountains. Here is the platform. These people are waiting for their train. And look at the limestone cliffs behind them. I've never seen a station like this that they built right in the middle of the mountain.
Okay, by now you've probably seen that I give you a bathroom tour whenever we take the train. But I would suggest not to do a bathroom tour when you're 5 hours into a long haul train journey. It's not as glamorous. Glad you can't smell it. I think don't inhale, don't breathe, just go do your business and then leave. The end. We are officially 6 hours into our long haul journey here to Chengdu, and I'm not gonna lie, it's been seriously different compared to our trip from Shanghai to Beijing. I felt like the train was really quiet before. You wouldn't hear a sound, whereas this ride has been very noisy and like phones playing videos at full volume. So safe to say it's been very interesting.
We are currently traveling at about 250 kilometers an hour, and sometimes we've gone over 300 kilometers an hour. We're about to go into another tunnel now, and it is so impressive that they have built these tunnels halfway across the country. In other countries, to build one tunnel is an engineering feat in its own.
But what's fascinating for us is that we've gone through about over 1,000 kilometers of tunnels.
We're on a bridge. We're above these mountains.
Right now we're above everything else.
And now we're in a tunnel. Now we're going through the mountain. For me, this train almost should not exist because to build one through this terrain is almost impossible. How they've done it with tunnels and bridges and fairways through all these mountains, there hasn't been a single part of land that has been flat for 1,500 kilometers. This shows you what I'm talking about. These are all high-speed train railways over the mountains, so they've kept the line completely straight. But look how they built this. That is insane. Right now it is 5 p.m, so we have 2 more hours of this train journey left.
We've kind of had a few naps or two. I napped and I didn't let Devin nap very much, but we've been watching our shows.
It feels like we have lived on this train.
Dear passengers, please take your belongings and wait at the gate. Please mind the gap between the door and the platform when getting off.
We've finally come towards the end of our long haul train journey. I'm super excited to finally stretch my legs and get to the train station. But overall, we've had a pretty pleasant trip. In 7 minutes, our 10-hour journey will come to an end.
So before our train arrives, we need to just get our bags because it stops for about 2 minutes and then it leaves again. So you have to be really quick. 10 hours. I'm broken.
Woohoo!
Oh, it's hot here.
We made it!
We made it! How big is this station?
Whoa, it's pretty cool.
So this was actually the back of the train for us.
Wow.
But I assume it's now going to go all the way back to Guangzhou. Now that we've got off the train, this was an incredible journey. I cannot believe we spent 10 hours on this high-speed train. Welcome to Chengdu, the capital of Sichuan province here in southwestern China. And Chengdu is famous for two important reasons. First of all, this is where Sichuan is from, the spicy hot pot, mala, and Sichuan peppercorns. So everything is going to be really hot and spicy. And
This is the home, the land, and the culture of panda heaven.
Chengdu is panda crazy, and I think it's their national mascot because you see it on all the signs and all the buildings. Right as I'm saying this, you can see this shop here covered with panda merchandise. You can get everything from bags, caps.
Teddy bears, mascots, the list goes on. And here is one of them. A little panda mascot. He looks like you just want to give him a snuggle. This is the heart and soul of Chengdu. They are honestly the superstars of Chengdu. So there is a panda base that we will go and visit later on, but for now we're just going to enjoy all the recreational pandas that we're seeing. Right now I'm in one of the most modern streets in Chengdu. It's called Chungchi Road.
Which is this beautiful pedestrian walking street.
There's clothing shops, there is jewelry, there is a whole panda merch shop. Let's actually go and take a look in the shop. So this is what I'm looking at right now. Holy moly. Look at all the panda stuff. Panda shirts, panda bags. Oh my goodness. Look at all of these key rings. If you weren't obsessed with pandas, I bet you would be now. And the teddy bears. Oh, so cute. I am actually in pandemonium right now. This is panda heaven. There are teddy bears everywhere. And I think they've marketed themselves really well, because if you're not buying a panda keyring, a panda bag, anything of that sort, you're doing it wrong.
Ni hao. Wow, look at this.
I
my
know.
girl.
It smells so delicious. It's like a piping hot soup. Well, it's not hot yet, but it's basically mala. And then when it dries, it actually solidifies into this block. So you can actually take it home, make your own mala soup. Genius.
This is the ultimate welcome to Sichuan province.
Exactly. Look at all these chilies.
It's just chilies everywhere. And look how thick this is.
Wow.
Full of flavor. What I love about these kind of shopping streets is you have the mix of foreign brands and China brands together. This brand over here is a China brand. I've never heard of it before. But then on this side, we've got Adidas, we've got Nike, but then we have, I think that's Anta, which I think is a Chinese brand. So almost every shop is changing between foreign brand and local brand. But I want to show you why this street is specifically interesting. Come and look at this. Do you think they like pandas here?
You think?
You can get every kind of panda merchandise. So we've got little characters over here. We've got pandas framed. We've got magnets. We've even got Lego pandas. These are key rings. I feel like I'm inside a panda right now.
This is like the best thing ever.
This
I
is
love this.
fantastic. Even on the hats.
Whoa.
Look at this hat. It's got ears.
So cute.
This
wow.
Bilibili. I'm very excited to look at
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Welcome to China. Welcome to Chengdu.
Yes, thank you so much. Are you from Chengdu?
My hometown is the next city. Today I go to the Chunxin Road to look at you. Sorry, my English is
No,
poor.
your English is so good.
You're very sweet, very beautiful.
Thank you so much.
much.
You watch our video?
Yes,
Wow.
Bilibili. Can you Chongqing?
Yes, in
This
Chongqing.
video.
Nice to meet you.
Very excited. Can you and your boyfriend and
There he is.
yeah. Can you look video?
Yes, so
Yeah.
nice to meet you. What's your name?
My name is Dan.
Dan.
Yeah.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And thank you for watching our video.
I'm a face.
Oh, thank you.
Face.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
What is this?
I think that's exactly what I feel like right now. It's a bit of a cloudy day and they're making pan-fried dumplings. We gotta get some.
Is this like a pop-up store? Do you think it's spicy?
It's gotta be, right? We're in Sichuan province. They're steaming, piping hot, and they're glistly on the bottom. It looks good. Can we have one? 谢谢. Ah, 谢谢. Okay, so we're getting some. Look at that.
So you can see they're pan-fried at the bottom and then soft on top. And then she puts it in a little boat-shaped bowl for us.
谢谢.
Quite a lot as well.
Wow.
The best part about being in China is you pay everything with your phone through a QR code. I haven't taken my wallet or any cash out since we arrived in China about 10 days ago. I don't even know where my wallet is. So this is 20. Let's put in 20 and pay.
There you go.
You can hear the payment came through. They don't even ask you for proof of payment because it just comes immediately and you can hear the sound when it does.
Of course, you gotta have some chili, you gotta put some soy sauce, and I think this is like a chili powder. First thing you gotta know about us, we absolutely love chilies. We're just gonna smother this guy in chili. Do you think that's a bit overboard? Yum. I'm sorry, no regrets, okay? And then we're gonna pop on some of this vinegar soy sauce, and then we're gonna put
Chili
on
powder
a
as
little
well.
bit of chili powder. We're going crazy. Whoopsie.
Is that
Okay,
too
that
much?
was a lot, but oh well. 谢谢, bye bye. First things first is I'm gonna get straight in here and I'm gonna go for one that looks the spiciest
You really
ever.
covered those.
I did.
really-
I went a bit overboard.
No,
Oh well.
it's so good.
When in Chengdu. First bite. Whoa. Woo. I went a bit overboard. Is it worth it? Yes. These are so good. They are fresh. It looks like she just made them. And of course I went overboard by putting way more chili than I should have, but it is so, so delicious. I like that when you go to a different province in China, you can always kind of get the same thing but with a twist. And I love that these pan-fried dumplings are smothered in chili. What a welcome to Chengdu. Okay, here's how you know Devin has been in Asia for too long. He wants to eat every single chili. Before he moved to Asia 4 years ago, he would never even touch one of these.
Am I being crazy?
Are you gonna eat all of that?
Yeah, of course.
What?
We're here in Chengdu.
This guy's crazy.
Oh, so good.
What a champion.
Absolutely delicious. On all these streets, it's not only about this big area, there's little hidden gems. And let me show you, look at this little side alley. There's these secret side alleys. And look at this one, it's all neon lights. I feel like I'm back in Chongqing. And it just keeps going on and on.
This definitely
Here's
looks
some
like
tea.
Chongqing. Wow.
Oh, 谢谢.
谢谢.
Thank you.
Whoa.
I feel like we're in another universe here.
I know.
We've gone all the way through the alley and ended up in a food street, a hidden food street. Look at all these different things on a stick. This is chicken feet. I think this is cow's stomach.
Oh yeah?
It's kind of a gray color and it's spiky.
Wow, this is awesome.
Amazing.
Look at all this fresh fruit. Wow. Fruits here are huge.
Here's chicken feet. Oh wow, we saw a lot of chicken feet in Guangzhou.
Wow, look at this.
But it's covered in chili. That's how you know
Yum.
you're in Sichuan. We went down a little alleyway and now we've ended up with this. What have I just seen here? Is this, ni hao, is this brain? Pig brain.
Pig's brain.
Pig brain, wow. It's delicious? It's good? No? In the back you're saying no.
We've actually had pig's brain before.
Wow, we had pig's brain in the Philippines with rice, but we didn't have the full pig's brain, and this is on some mushrooms, it looks like. That is absolutely fascinating.
Wow.
We don't normally eat brain.
Cool though.
Very cool.
Very
So
cool.
interesting, so unique.
I've never seen it in like a whole shape before.
In its full form.
In its full form, yeah. We've only had like a little bit.
And I've never seen this throughout our time in China, so please let me know if this is only in Chengdu they eat this.
Yeah.
And then what they do is they have it in this tin foil and then they grill the brain with the mushrooms.
Yes.
Absolutely fascinating.
Fascinating.
Thank you.
Bye bye. How fascinating was that? And then once you come back up, there is another secret alleyway, but this time it's clothes.
And it's underground.
It's underground. Look at this. Okay, if you love shopping, you can get absolutely anything and everything in this underground shopping street. And I'm sure it goes further and further on as well. You can get clothes, you can get shoes, jackets, caps.
It goes on as far as I can see behind you.
It's like shopping heaven. I love it. All the shoes, you can get suitcases. This is paradise for a shopaholic.
I always feel when we end up in places like this, like I'm never gonna get out.
No, it's like an endless maze. You just won't ever find your way back out. So I hope we don't get lost.
We're now making our way to a different part of Chengdu, and look at all of these bicycles that you can rent, and they're so easy. You just scan the QR code. These are all different companies. Walking anywhere in China, especially crossing the roads, is always an experience because it's so quiet, and we haven't got used to that where all the cars and scooters are electric.
There's so many different parts and aspects of Chengdu that I like very, very much. But what I enjoy more than anything is seeing these massive skyscrapers. They are so impressive, and it just shows me how modern Chengdu is.
We have now come to the center point of Chengdu, which is Tianfu Square. And apparently, if you've been to Chengdu and you haven't visited Tianfu Square, then you haven't visited Chengdu. And apparently it has the same status and fame as Tiananmen Square does in Beijing.
The fact that we're in this open, vast square in the middle of the city is amazing. Look at this guy.
Square.
Square.
We've got some of the flower beds, and then in the background, we've got these beautiful gold symbols.
Look how cool this square is. Obviously, it is spotless. Can you believe this is China?
There's not a single leaf or a paper wrapper anywhere. And then you can actually go underneath this square as well. I think there might be a train station underneath. And this giant building on this side is the National Museum.
How to go to the underground?
Underground?
Yeah.
Oh, can you go here?
Yeah.
I think so. Where are you from?
Peking.
Peking. Oh, okay, from Beijing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wow. It's your first time in Chengdu?
Yes.
First time?
Yeah.
Nanfei.
Nanfei.
Yes, yes.
Oh.
South Africa. Yes. Nice to meet you. Yes, thank you. Have a good day. Thank you. Bye-bye. I think they were asking me how to go underground to the subway station. I'm equally as confused as they are. I'm not from here. I have no idea. Even here in Tianfu Square, there are little pandas coming out the flowers and the shrubs. So everywhere throughout the city, you see little cute pandas. It's adorable. Now we've ticked off. We've been to Tianfu Square. You have to do that if you come to Chengdu. Even though we had those little pan-fried dumplings, I'm still a bit hungry. So maybe let's see just past the museum what we can find. Wow, there's a lot of people at this place.
Yeah,
It seems really
packed.
crowded,
It
so
looks
we have
like-
to investigate.
It looks like some sort of bread. I see there's a whole cart
wow,
of bread
look at
outside.
this. Oh, it's a giant flatbread. Just to give you a reference how it's bigger than my hand.
Looks delicious.
Ni hao.
你好，来宝宝，跟这个美女合照。Hello.
We're taking a photo.
He's so cute.
Thank you.
He was cute.
I love the
I
hat.
love the outfit, and he had little hats on. Ah,
Oh,
good.
good photo.
It looks good.
Yes. It looks good. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Back to the bread. Is
Back to the bread.
The bread is so big. All I can tell you is the smell is so good. It's actually making me drool a little.
They've got different shapes and designs. Ni hao. No, it's okay. Thank you.
It looks good.
People are going crazy. They've got bread rolls here. Wow, look at it. Ni hao.
Ni hao.
Wow, hello.
Wow.
They've got a speaker, they're playing music, and then here's all the meat, and it looks like some garlic.
I love how he's pressing it down with his hands.
The technique.
And the smell is divine. All I can smell is like butter, garlic, chili.
So now he's putting the meat on. Look how quick he does it. The technique
Wow.
is amazing.
I wonder what it's called.
I
Is he
don't
going
know.
to roll it up now?
What is that?
There's other stuffing in.
Look how he's rolling it up like that.
Absolutely perfect. It's like this big. It's stuffed with meat, with a bit of cabbage. Oh, look at what he's doing now. Oh. And then he smacks it down. There are so many people crowding for those little meat buns. Look at this line. It goes all
the way down there.
the street.
This is still the line.
This is still the line. Holy moly.
To give you an idea, we're at the back of the line. The shop's down there.
I think they're genius because the fact that I could see what they were making lured me in so much so that I'm willing to wait in this line.
Also, if there's this many people, it must
It
be
must
good.
be good. We have to follow the locals. If they're eating it, we're eating it. Officially 15 minutes in the line. But what makes the time go by is the fact that we get to watch them make these little meat pies. They pretty much start off looking like a little puffed up pie pastry, but they actually flatten them down so they look like a little disc. And then they go into those little ovens. They pretty much press them down like you would like an iron press.
We've almost made it to the front of the line.
Almost to the front.
There's the front. So we started all the way back there
All the
somewhere.
way down there.
And these gentlemen are just making one after the other. They've probably made 1,000 of these at least.
Oh, easily. And they're working like machines. Honestly, there's so many of them in the back, here in the front, and then just pumping these out like crazy. And I can see what all the hype is about. It's so cool. So we are finally at the front of the line and we're going to order. Hello, little guy. Ni hao. We finally got the meat pie 20 minutes later. And it is piping hot. I can't believe that this was only 6 yuan. So you saw the before, this is the after. So cool. Even though it's very hot, I'm just gonna take a little bite of it.
I think it's all about the crunch. The crispy golden outside,
Soft filling on the inside.
the onions and meat really soft.
And very, very, very hot. So wait a moment before you just dive into it. But it's so good.
I'm not sure what the name of this is, so please let me know in the comments. We have now brought you to a park behind us called People's Park. And you might be thinking, why do you bring us to a park in this beautiful city of Chengdu? People's Park is 109 years old, 100,000 square meters, so it's massive, but it's way more than just a park. So follow me and I will show you why we brought you here. This is probably one of the biggest tourist attractions here in Chengdu. First of all, you will notice it's really loud. You can hear all the crickets and it's beautiful and green, luscious right in the city center. There are hundreds and thousands of people that come here every single day. But there's some hidden gems in here that are very interesting that we want to show you.
What have we just seen? What's going on here?
5 seconds into the park. It's a rave. As soon as you enter the park, everybody is dancing, to some music in the middle of the park. It's midday right now, and there's just all around good vibes.
Look at the loudspeaker over there.
It's
And
an
then
official speaker.
everyone is just going ham. They are dancing, pulling out all the stops.
And they're very good.
They're very good.
Look at these two.
Oh, so cute.
I'm so impressed.
I love the grandpas and the grannies.
You end up in this beautiful thick jungle. You would never know that you're in the city right now.
We are actually crossing over a bridge over this lake, but look on the side. Look how many people there are rowing boats. You can obviously spot them because they're in these luminescent life jackets. But there are tons and tons of boats and everybody is rowing along the river. Hello. Okay, so we've actually come here for a very special tea ceremony. I don't know what you would call it, but it's a way of making and serving tea. They basically have a teapot and it's got a very thin and long spout at a place called Hemming Tea House, and it's about a century-year old. And there's lots of tradition. It's very cool. We're gonna walk past all of these little tea houses here.
You wouldn't believe that we're in a park right now.
I know, look at
because
all this.
Now there's restaurants like
What's
a buffet
this?
style.
What is that?
Chicken feet.
No, what's this?
Rabbit head, and then what is that? Is it a neck? That's feet in the back, but I'm not sure what this is.
Maybe it's a neck. I'm not sure. It is absolutely jam-packed in here. We're actually walking like only 2 or 3 steps at a time before we have to stop. We're in a little bit of a bottleneck. It's just because everybody has come here for the same thing. They've come here to try the tea experience and obviously experience the park. And it is very, very popular. Whoa, what is going on here? It looks like sugar treats.
They're crowding for something. It's like caramelized sugar.
Oh, it's a game. I don't know what it is. It looks like a spin the wheel. So you spin, and he's actually making little sugar treats, like melted syrup treats. So he's got the little bowl over there, and I think he's heating it up, making the treats. And they're playing a game over here.
Here's the sugar that he's heating up, and then it caramelizes there, and then he shapes it over there. But here's the game. You spin this. How does it work?
What did you get?
I have no idea how it works. Oh, this
you
girl
see,
got
so
one.
She spun the wheel on the bird, and then she got a little bird.
Wow.
Very cool. So you spin the wheel to see what shape or what animal you get. It smells like candy floss. That's what it smells like melted sugar pretty much. And then just past the sugar street is another street filled with souvenirs. Look at all the panda things. They've got pens and key rings, fans, and I think we're obviously heading to like a panda dessert street.
Also, we're still in the park.
We're still in the park.
This is the
just
park.
by
We
the
haven't
way.
left.
We haven't left, and I see so many panda drinks. You can get anything panda you want, a dessert, a drink, a souvenir.
So they've got a little panda on your takeaway cup. They make a shape of a panda out of marshmallow, I
Yeah,
think.
it looks like it, or like some sort of jelly.
So creative.
So creative. If you didn't like pandas, like
This is not the place
this
for
is
you.
not the place.
Also, if there's anything you could come up with a panda, they've done it here.
Yeah, I actually have to show you what this looks like. Giant froth with a panda in it. Looks like a vacation in a cup. Like that's how I would say it.
What?
How tall do you want your panda tower to be? They have little like panda faces on the drink. So you start off really small and then they get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. They actually have little teapots as well sitting on the cup, and they're actually blowing steam out of it. They're so creative. This is unreal. So much so that they've convinced me to have one.
Can you speak Chinese?
No, I'm sorry.
Just a moment.
I can't. Oh, panda coconut juice. Yes. Can I have one? There are 3 flavors: rose, osmanthus, and jasmine. Okay, let's do.
25 yuan.
Okay, rose.
Okay.
Rose.
Icing.
Ice. Yes,
Okay,
please. Thank you. So we're getting a coconut juice with rose in, and it's an ice drink. And he's making it for us right now. And I assume we're getting one of these little guys over here. It's like being at Pandaland, Disneyland, but pandas. Pandas can be taken down to make pendants. So cool. Thank you. 谢谢. Bye bye. This is outrageous, actually. Look at this drink. And he said we can take this down to make a pendant. So I got to try my coconut rose juice. Super tasty, super refreshing, very rose flavor. You're probably thinking, did she just buy this because there's a ton of pandas on the top? The answer is yes. The juice is an added bonus. So right now I'm in a part of the park which might not seem very familiar to you, but behind me are these signposts with a whole bunch of pink slips on them, and it's pretty much Tinder in real life. That kind of sounds crazy. All of these pink sheets behind me are dating profiles. So they have people's names, a little bit about who they are, their age, and what they require out of their ideal partner.
Let's just take a minute.
There's not just one of these, okay? There are rows and rows. I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 just on the street. And we've got a whole bunch of basically requirements. So we've got age, we've got height, we've got what they're looking for over here, and then a little bit of their personal information at the top. Obviously we can't read Chinese, but we'll translate a few for you and see. So all of them in pink are the girls looking for guys, and then over there we have a blue section, it's of guys looking for girls.
At the top it says it's a marriage information form. So this is an official thing. It's numbered. So all of these people have a number on their sheet. You can see here at the bottom it says 931. That's in this section. This is not a joke. This is real people looking for a partner to get married.
And what I kind of like about it is that they're very to the point. They're like, I make $100,000 or whatever, just as an example, and they're like, I'm looking for someone who makes the same amount of money. They mustn't be too tall, they mustn't be too short. And something that we've noticed is they all say that they want their partner to have parents who have double insurance. And that doesn't seem like something we would put on our dating profiles.
Some people are here for just interest's sake, and other people are here very seriously looking for a partner. And they are perusing through the sheets to find someone that is a match for them.
It's not actually the people who put up their own dating profiles. Maybe they do, but it's mostly their parents or their grandparents who put up a dating profile. They're trying to find a suitable match for their child or grandchild.
This might seem very interesting and potentially entertaining, but I think this is very good. If you're someone who lives in the city and maybe you're a little bit older, you work a lot, it's really difficult for you to find a partner, this could be very good. Someone phones you up and says, I've seen your sheet.
You want to go on a date?
You want to meet?
You want to meet? I mean, we're actually making a little bit of a joke out of it, but you know what's so funny is the grandparents are actually here right now. So if you look like you're a bit too interested in their son or daughter's profile, they're like, yeah, you're in, you're keen, but we don't speak a word of Chinese, so we can't read anything.
So we're going to make sure not to look too intrigued.
Interested.
Don't look too interested because we might get snatched by
a granny.
A granny.
And they're keen, they're so eager. They're like, the moment you look at a profile, they're like,
there is a lot of interest over here in the park.
This is the seating area for all the gramps and grannies who are waiting for a love match for their grandchild.
So here's some blue ones.
Now the boy section.
This is where all the male profiles are.
I'm very interested to see. If you don't like going out, if you don't like going to clubs or bars, this is genius. If you're a bookworm, this is perfect.
Also, if you work all the time, you don't have the time to go out and find someone,
if you
then your grandparent does the work for you.
Your grandparent is doing good work. Well done to them. Because it's hard work to sit here all day.
Find anything you like, girl?
No. There's so many to choose from. Me and grannies are invested. These grannies are so serious. Honestly, if you look remotely interested, they're like... So I want to give you a really quick rundown of what this form actually looks like. So they state if they're unmarried, divorced or widowed, and then at the top they give their own personal information, which is kind of along the lines of if they've got a degree, what job they have, and sometimes they indicate how much money they make. They say that they have no bad habits, they don't drink or smoke or play mahjong, which is very interesting. They said they have good families and their parents have double insurance. And then they're looking for someone who's unmarried, must have a college degree, must be good looking, must have a good character, must not smoke, must not play mahjong, and parents must have double insurance. So that's quite an interesting list of requirements.
I would probably say in the Western culture, we prioritize your interests and personalities. Like I'm outdoorsy, I like sports, I like to play a certain instrument, where here it's way more direct.
But I suppose they're looking for something serious, they're looking for something in the long run, they're looking for marriage.
They're not here to date for a while and get to know someone. They want to start a family immediately.
I wonder if it actually works, if it's successful or not. Is there like a love match, like a successful love match that's come out of this? I'd love to know.
Also, what's like the turnover rate?
Yeah, what is the turnover? Are we getting new sheets? Are we getting from old sheets back
Every
in the
day?
day, every day? Really, really fascinating. Let us know your thoughts about this Marriage Mart or this real life Tinder. What do you think about this?
My name is Hou Jing. You may call me Charlie.
Charlie,
My
that's
name.
easy.
Yeah.
Easy. And what do you think of this Marriage Mart?
I just come here and see it.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So
I've heard
interesting.
It, yeah.
So interesting.
I've heard it too. Well, for me, I think nowadays we use internet
Yes.
to know each other. So
That's true.
It's not likely to see each other. And use this way, you may know more.
By
Yeah.
reading this, you can get the information immediately. You don't have to meet someone and ask all the questions.
Yes, people just see the money.
They
don't-
only want the
Yeah,
money.
they care the money.
Yes,
only
they care about money. Yes,
And,
interesting. They are older.
Yeah, so they are maybe more realistic, so they
Yes.
care more about
That's
their
true.
family, their parents, the money they earn.
That's really interesting. Yeah, thank you for telling us your opinion. That's interesting.
welcome.
But it was nice to meet you, Charlie. Yes. Have
Bye
a good
bye.
day.
Thank you
Bye-bye.
so much. Okay, so this is what I kind of expected to see when I first traveled to China. I thought I was going to see a whole bunch of crowds, and to be honest, it hasn't really been like this until now. This is crazy. We're literally cramped. It's only in the very popular touristy street food areas. It's very cool, but it's very crowded. We've come to Jinli Old Street, which is pretty much like the older part of Chengdu. So we're gonna see a lot of like the more traditional buildings, and there's a few temples that are nearby, but it is packed. There are lots and lots of people here, so this is gonna be interesting.
Let me give you a layout. You go through these giant doors, and this is the door handle to give you an idea of how big the door is, but you are entering the ancient town, and that's the idea. So all of the buildings are ancient Chinese architecture, all wooden shape. They've got the wooden shutter doors.
But basically, there's a whole bunch of street food, a whole bunch of drinks, snacks. There's a very old looking Starbucks, which looks so cool. And there's lots to see, there's lots to do here in Chengdu.
We've got people shouting to come to the store. There's all of these different souvenir shops around. It is absolutely mental, but this shows how popular this is, and it's why we came here.
It's sensory overload. Like, I can't even explain it to you.
It's
There's so
madness.
much going on. I'm hearing bird sounds, I'm hearing whistles and bells. If you're wanting to see an older, real side of Chengdu, this is it.
This is it. And I think everyone's got the same idea.
Of course. Whoa.
Okay, what do we have? We've got some desserts,
Crepes.
pastries, sweets. This guy's selling something.
He's the bird.
He's the bird.
He's the bird.
That's the bird.
That's the bird.
Ni hao.
Wow.
Wow, so good.
That looks amazing. Very cool. And you can actually smell the fragrance. It actually smells like matcha.
Yeah, it's making
green
it
tea.
light, maybe
Yeah.
light and airy, and then that goes straight into the water, just like
Yes,
that. They don't
yeah.
put it in a tea bag.
Yeah.
Give it a smell, girl.
He's roasting it. This is hot.
But he's got
Piping
his
hot.
bare hands in
I
there.
know, yeah. It's unbelievable. 谢谢.
Wow, 谢谢, thank you, bye-bye.
When I put it close to my face, it was hot.
There was actually heat coming from the leaves,
Yeah.
which was kind of a strange sensation.
Yeah, like I didn't expect it to be
Yes.
hot, but he's like almost roasting it.
And because it's hot, it's almost like fermenting, and that hot air is coming off, and it smells really good.
It's such a good smell, like
It smells
pure
good.
matcha smell.
So this place, as far as you can see, is just hundreds of people.
This is a whole panda merch shop. But it's like an old style building. I don't know if sensory overload is the right description to describe this kind of atmosphere, but it's almost as if you don't really know where to look. And there's always stuff on the go. There's sounds, there's sights, there's smells. Always making friends. You can almost like get lost in a sensation. You can get lost in a smell, get lost in a sight, and get lost in an experience. So you can actually see a whole bunch of Chinese sweets here. They look so vibrant and delicious. These actually look like orange slices, and then these kind of look like moon cakes. And then over here, these look like little bubbles or little jellies. They look absolutely fascinating.
Let me show you the old style bricks and some old writing. There's old pictures on the walls. So you can really see this old style of brick, but then you've got all the modern shops. Ni hao.
Hello.
Hello. Okay. I think this is stinky tofu. I'm getting a whiff of something, so I'm assuming it's that. But look at this, it's a bubbly black disc. It looks like charcoal. It looks inedible. And yet people are going crazy for it. And they put it in a little bowl. There's some spice, some soy sauce. Look at that. They absolutely love it. Look in the back. He's got a big pot roasting. It looks like a black hockey puck, a charcoal hockey puck. It's got to be stinky tofu because it's stinky.
The smell is so pungent.
What's your name?
Devin.
What's your name?
What's your name? Oh. He asked my name and then left.
Where'd he go? It's actually in like a little contraption, like it's been sealed shut.
It's an animal of sorts?
Yeah,
I'm not
it's
sure.
definitely an animal of sort. Because I see the skull, if that's a rabbit skull, maybe it's a rabbit body?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
It's a rabbit? Rabbit. Oh,
rabbit.
okay.
Oh, I was right. Okay.
So rabbit, and then
skull.
this is rabbit skull. We saw this in Chongqing,
in Chongqing,
before.
yes. And then this is obviously the body. We didn't see the body before.
You can get the body in Chengdu.
You can get the body in Chengdu. Yeah, correct.
So all along the street, you can see this side is just shops selling lots of different street food, and everything is super interesting. These are like dumplings.
Wow, it's actually got a drink at the bottom. So they're putting the pan-fried dumplings at the top. Wow.
Oh, and then there's a straw that goes in the middle.
Well, I wonder what drink it is.
That's insane.
This is definitely brain.
Oh, this is the brain.
Yeah.
It's a pig brain? Pig brain. Oh.
Ah, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely pig brain.
Pig brain.
Yeah.
Okay, so we learned this from earlier.
And it's boiling. It's actually boiling.
It's sizzling.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what they put in there. There's chili on top.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, sure. Yes. Thank you. Bye. So sweet. Okay, so there's the pig's brain.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to try that?
No, thank you.
Maybe later.
Maybe
Okay,
later.
bye-bye.
Bye.
Every single store is blowing our minds.
What's happening? Oh,
Literally every store. We got a drum, a drummer.
a drum.
What is this? Rice
In
in
a
a
pineapple, yeah.
Pineapple rice.
More stinky tofu.
More stinky tofu.
That's like a giant,
Like an omelette of sorts.
Like an
Whoa,
omelette.
look at this.
Wow.
Wow, looks good.
Looks good. The smell and the sight is so like overwhelming that you actually don't know what to do with yourself. We're honestly just gobsmacked at everything. How old are you?
I
know. 14. 14
years
14.
Wow.
40 years older.
You're very very old. No, I'm joking. You
guys are beautiful.
Thank you.
Guizhou from Guizhou.
We're from Guizhou.
Oh wow.
I'm from Nanfei. He is from Nanfei.
Nanfei.
Too.
Yes.
Your boyfriend.
Yes.
Yes.
Very good. Very good. Bye bye. A lot of people in the comments have asked us, like we are getting a lot of attention as foreigners. What do we think about that? Do we get annoyed by that? Like what's the opinion? And to be honest with you, We love it. It's so nice to get like a really warm welcome and to actually have interactions. The interactions that we've gotten have been so polite, friendly, and they've been really welcoming to us because obviously they don't see many of us very often. And the fact that we're different flavors but we come from the same place is even more fascinating. But it's not in a disrespectful way at all. It's actually so lovely. So thank you for welcoming us to China. What have I done? This is the most extravagant ice cream I have ever gotten in my entire life. It was 20 yuan. Dare I say it was worth it. Red stuff on the side, green stuff on the side, looks like matcha. What?
But it's a double whammy.
It's a double whammy in one cone.
In one cone.
What? I'm sorry, only in China, okay?
Living in the future
We are
here.
living in the future. Look how big this cone is. It's massive. You're gonna have to help me with this. This is insane. I don't want to eat it. It looks too pretty. So messy, but so good. What is this? It looks like a mushroom, and I think it's actually alive because it's planted and growing.
It looks a little bit like a sponge that you would wash yourself with in the shower.
Like a loofah. It
Like a
looks
loofah. That sounds
I
really
just wanna,
funny.
Yeah.
But that's what it looks like.
And it obviously says what it is here.
Yeah, can someone please translate this for
Yeah,
us?
please. I really want to know what it is.
Do you eat it? Do you take it home with you?
Do you keep it as a pet? Fascinating.
Or maybe it's just a display and it's nothing.
No, it looks alive.
It's something.
It's something.
I want to touch it. Oh, it's wet.
Oh. Should I touch it?
Yeah, touch it.
Oh, it's so weird. It's so interesting. It feels like it should be under the sea.
Is it an ocean creature? Let us know.
I feel like everything in Chengdu has ticked all of my boxes. I feel like my heart is full. Welcome to a very rainy day in Chengdu. Unfortunately, the weather is not favorable today, but that is not going to keep us away from seeing the superstars of Chengdu today. And yes, they are big and black and white and super cuddly, and we have come to the Panda Conservation Base today. And as you can see, we are walking in the Panda Base right now. We've just arrived and it is pouring with rain, but so many people have come out today to see these cute little creatures, and I'm so excited. So the first order of business today is of course see the superstars of Chengdu, which are the pandas. But unfortunately, I'm not sure if they like rainy weather or if they're just going to be out and about today. Basically, there's a whole bunch of villas. They call them panda villas, where I think they're about, I don't know, close to 10 panda villas. So we're going to each one to see if we can spot some pandas. But basically, they just look like little play areas or little forests. It's all natural. There's no cages. They've got these little barriers with some stairs down here, and you can visit all the little villas around. So this is what they look like. Pretty cool, actually. So we've already kind of seen one panda, but he was really far in a tree. And it's so funny because we're South African. We go on safari all the time. We are very good at spotting animals, but we're not familiar with bears, panda bears, normal black bears in general. We don't have bears in South Africa, and we forget that they climb. So we need to look up in the trees because these guys climb and they love the trees in the rain, apparently. We have just spotted our first real-life panda. It's such a difference between seeing them in a cage versus out in their natural habitat. It's actually so cool. He's eating a whole bunch of shrubs behind me. We have just seen a couple of pandas now. They've actually come out. It seems like it's a lunchtime, but it's so cool to finally see these creatures in person. We've never seen pandas before, not even at the zoo because we're in Africa. So this is our first time seeing these beautiful creatures. They are so fuzzy. And there's one right behind you. What he's done is he's actually got all of his food. He's gathered it on his stomach and he's ripping the bamboo apart. It's so cute. They're like these little ditzy, clumsy, cute looking animals, but so sweet. Honestly, I feel like I could watch this every day. So worth it. Look at the little guy behind you in the tree.
He's taking a rest.
So cute in the tree.
In the tree. He climbed up and now he's sleeping there.
Oh, so cute.
In this enclosure we have Jing Liang, and is a dynamic panda with dexterous and lively movements. So lively.
Come on, guy, do something crazy. Super lively indeed.
Super lively. Dynamic panda right there.